Hey, welcome back to Intenth RC. I'm Chris,
I'm Greg.
and we are here to talk about Amazon parts and pieces and stuff. What do you think about using... By the way, let me just stop this right now. We are not in any way, shape, or form affiliated with Amazon, sponsored by Amazon, any of the crap like that. I get the same deal you do. You know, I pay for a Prime membership and my junk shows up at my neighbor's place 2 days later. Anyways, what do you think about using some Amazon parts in your build? Because some people get really offended when you say, oh, I've got some Amazon parts in my build. What do you think?
Yeah, well, you know what? I think it's a great place to start if you want to start with a custom build. You know, some custom builds can be as of the ones in front of us, which are typically used by brand name parts, and I'll say like RC 4-wheel drive, Cross RC, a bunch of the big brand name companies out there, Traxxas, and all of them. But when it comes down to building a budget, why not use some Amazon stuff? There's some great Amazon products out there. There really is.
Well, the truth of the matter is not only is there your Chankwish stuff on Amazon, but you can actually get the brand name stuff, some of it on Amazon as well. So it's just a convenience thing. I really like, don't get me wrong, going down to my local hobby shop and going into a brick and mortar store and saying, give me this. The problem is that hobby shops are dying off, partially because of online shopping and partially because, things are getting expensive and they can't stock everything, and I need bloody everything. Yeah. I'm the guy that walks into the Zoom room and says, hey, have you got blah? And no, but we can order it. And I'm like, well, shoot, I needed that like right now. Anyways, the reason that we're talking about Amazon stuff is because our pals over at Viper RC Adventures on YouTube have announced an Amazon BuildOff.
Yeah, and that's going to be fairly entertaining. They have said it's crawler specific or mud truck.
Mud truck, which is probably going to be crawler based.
Yeah,
ish.
You can build a crawler mud truck. As we all know, they don't work for both purposes greatly, but you can build a half and half.
You can build something cool. Okay, so the criteria as it is, as I understand it, is that absolutely everything with the exception of hardware and little components like that, sheet metal brackets, screws, and your transmitter, receiver, and battery, everything else has to be purchased through Amazon.
And I believe body is optional unless you want to do like small panels and stuff. Like you can do a tube chassis is what I'm saying.
Right. So everything else has to be purchased off Amazon, and the budget is $500.
Yep.
Which, as far as a crawler or mud truck build goes, that's tight.
Yeah,
like that's squeak when you walk tight.
Because when you get into it, you're looking at average. You're looking at $100 for wheels and tires right now.
So each 100 for the wheels, 100 for the tires. That's $200 right there.
On Amazon, sometimes you get those great combos. So
you can put 3 builds into a hard body alone without even trying.
Oh, thank you.
And this is partially why our channel is going to be concentrating on budget builds as much as anything else, is because we know it's getting harder for the little guy. The economies aren't great right now, and this actually looks like a really brilliant opportunity to say, okay, well, here's your small budget of $500. That's Canadian, by the way, so that's about 49 cents US. What can you build with $500 Canadian, exclusive, basically, of the radio gear and battery? So this is going to include, your body of whatever description, or not, and your chassis, your wheels, your tires, your axles, your shocks, your motor, your ESC, your steering servo, and whatever other else goodies that you plan on strapping the damn thing for $500.
Yeah.
Can we do this?
No.
All right, well, thanks for tuning in and sharing. Of course we can do this. Why can we do this? Because, damn it, we're old and we're stubborn. And we can build on a budget.
Yes, we can. For me personally, I think body and stuff like that comes excluded, because sometimes you won't have a body until later on in your progressive real-life mud truck build. You'll build everything else first. So, as far as I'm concerned...
And if you build it like crap, the body falls off, you have no body, and there you go. I got no body. Here you go. Yeah. I ain't got no body. Well, I'll tell you what. I watched the Viper RC video when they talked about Amazon parts and spitballed the idea of a build. I kind of took the opportunity thinking, I might get involved in this stuff, and I went and actually cruised Amazon looking, realistically, if I throw a bunch of this stuff on my wish list or my watch list or whatever the hell Amazon calls it, what can I actually do for $500? So I looked around and I saw a few things. You can get, entire chassis kits, or you can get all the individual components. you can get, as we said, the name brand stuff.
Yep.
You know, you can buy the Axial SMT chassis builder's kit for X amount of $100. Now, the truth of the matter is it's going to be spendy, and that's going to be tight on the budget. But the point is you can get that, or you can get some Chinese stuff.
Yeah.
You can get it prime and pay a little bit more, or you can buy the stuff that's coming from China and it says it'll get there before the return of Christ. And this is actually okay, and the reason that this is okay is because we've got till, like, what, September on this or something like that?
Something like that. I think they'll announce it. They've announced it on Viper, so I think it was September.
Right. I'm going to have to go back and check because I've got a memory like a steel trap, which
Same.
just happens to be rusted in its open position. We actually kind of appreciate the fact that, you know, we've got until September on this because, you know, it's one of those good, fast, and cheap, pick 2 out of the 3 sort of thing. So, you know, if we want to build it good, fast, and cheap, that's, you know, not going to happen. So good and cheap,
Yep.
fast and good. And the same thing applies here. So the fact that we've got
Sometimes
a nice
you gotta wait for
timeline.
deals.
Nice timeline on this for that 8-year-old Chinese kid overseas to put the thing together and then slap it on a rowboat and eventually get here. For that 8-year-old Chinese kid overseas to put the thing together and then slap it on a rowboat and eventually get here, we can still theoretically reel this sucker in by deadline, right?
Yep, I think so.
Alright, so mud truck is the subject, and I mean, obviously, we are heavy into crawlers. I'm into crawlers, you're into crawlers.
Scale builds. all of the
Scale
above.
builds. I haven't really done a mud truck per se, and I mean,
Neither have I.
I think the inclination is kind of going to be crawler-ish based, except faster, bigger tires and something. I don't know.
Yeah. We've got to get more involved in this, but I guess we'll have to watch and see what other people are doing as well.
Right. So in the meantime, head yourself over to the Viper RC's adventure page on YouTube and check out exactly what they have to say about it in this build competition. From what I understand, when it's all said and done, we're going to go to a somewhat local location and actually run these things in the mud, which is great.
Yep.
See if half of those parts break immediately. Probably will.
Let's hope.
And yeah, so go over, navigate over the channel, see what they've got to say, check out the build criteria, and maybe, just maybe, get yourself involved. Because if nothing else, I mean, even if you don't need a $500 budget, even if you've got a G-Note or $1,500 to blow on a crawler, maybe just participate in the challenge. Because you know what? I like a good challenge. I like having one hand tied behind my back, and my job is to punch you to hell out.
Yeah.
Right? I know it's not going to be easy, but goddammit, I'm going down trying.
It's going to be fun.
So right on. Thanks for watching our little video here on Intent RC, and we'll catch you later.
Have a good one, guys.